Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Fluffy Temper, and welcome to Like Fluffy TV. Today we're making chocolate-covered strawberries. The ingredients there flashed before your eyes. I didn't put quantities down. It's really going to depend on how many strawberries you feel like making. I used this whole package of chocolate bark. It's also called a chocolate candy coating. You can find it in your baking aisle next to your chocolate chips and your baker's chocolate. You could use those too. They just don't melt as nice. This is just so much easier, minus breaking them into pieces, which can be quite a struggle. If you're having a hard time, go ahead and wrap it in some towels and smack it with a rolling pin. So I've got my parchment. Jackie, you are on my counter again. If I didn't record these things, I would not know how bad you were. Seriously, ma'am. Oh, I caught her. Don't play with the dog while you're cooking for other people. All right, so I put this chocolate substitute in the microwave. So when you microwave chocolate, you're going to want to do it in increments of about 10 to 15 seconds. It's going to feel like you're not doing anything at first. Hang in there. Slow and steady wins this race, and you won't burn the chocolate that way. I still have chunks of chocolate in this. I'm using the heat from the rest of the melted chocolate to melt the last couple chunks. I'm not too worried about it. I will have to reheat this because chocolate covered strawberries are easy, but they take a minute, and sometimes your chocolate cools down. So I'm going to take the strawberry by the stem and dip it in the chocolate. Give it a little scrape to prevent dripping all over my countertops, and then stick it on my parchment paper lined baking sheet or counter if you don't feel like moving them. You'll see later in the video these cool very quickly, so you can rearrange them in just a couple minutes. And there we go. If you want to make these a little fancier, they do sell this chocolate bark in a vanilla candy coating flavor. It'll taste like a white chocolate. You can melt it and drizzle it on top. Just take a spoon and run it over everything. Gives it cute little stripes. You could put sprinkles on if you wanted to. You do you. It's your kitchen. Today I kept it simple. Just keep it on the chocolate. Reheating it a little bit when it gets too cool. 10 to 15 seconds. Don't overdo it. Try to make your chocolate covered strawberries the day of. If you put them in the refrigerator, they call it sweating. They produce like a liquid or a water on top, and it just makes them a little less pleasant. And if you're like me and you happen to break off the stems of your strawberries while they're in the chocolate, stab them with a fork. And now you have a man-made stem. See, they cool very quickly. I'm rearranging them so I can fit the last couple on this pan. These are some of my favorite snacks to make for people. I brought these to my employees, and I thought they had all died and gone to heaven. And we're coming up on strawberry season here soon, so these are only going to get cheaper. Scooting the last pile of chocolate to cover that last strawberry. And there we have it. Thank you for joining me for chocolate covered strawberries.